Welcome back to Professor FinTech. Here's a question for you. If you ran a store and you knew you would sell exactly 10,000 units of something this year, how many units would you order at once? 100 at a time? 1,000 or 10,000 in one giant order? There is actually mathematically correct answer to that question. Companies like Amazon, Flipkart, and Big Basket calculate it for literally every single product they stock. It's called the economic order quantity, EOQ. It's the magic number that tells a business exactly how much to order, so they never spend a dollar more than they have to. No prerequisites needed for this one, just clear thinking. Let's go. The problem. Let's start with why this problem even exists. Every business that holds inventory is walking a tightrope. Look at the left card. Order too much, what happens? Your warehouse fills up, so storage costs climb. Your cash is now sitting locked inside boxes instead of working for you. And if it's something like food, fashion, or tech, it might spoil or go obsolete before you even sell it. Now the right card, order 2 liter, you run out of a stock, and every stock out is a lost sale walking out the door. You end up reordering constantly, and every single order has its own cost. Customers get annoyed, and in manufacturing, production can literally stop. Quick gut check. Have you ever walked into a store for something specific and it was just out of stock? That frustration you felt, that's a business that got their EOQ wrong. EOQ solves exactly this tension. It finds the sweet spot, the one order quantity that minimizes your total inventory cost, balancing both sides of this tightrope at once. The formula. Okay, let's look at the actual formula, and I promise it's friendlier than it looks. EOQ equals the square root of, in bracket, 2 multiplied by D multiplied by S, bracket close, divided by H. 3 letters, that's it. Let's break down each one down. And on the actual page, you can literally hover over D, S, and H to see tooltips. So pause the video and try that yourself. D is your annual demand. How many units you sell or use in a year. In our example, 10,000 units a year. S is ordering cost. What it costs you every single time you place an order. Paperwork, delivery, processing, in our example, rupees 500 per order. H is your holding cost. What it costs to store just 1 unit for 1 full year. Warehouse space, insurance, risk of damage, in our example, rupees 20 per unit per year. Here's a fun prediction game. Based on just those 3 letters, what do you think happens to EOQ if holding cost H goes up? Does the ideal order size get bigger or smaller? Hold that thought. We will prove it with slider in a few minutes. 3 numbers go in. 1 optimal order size comes out. That's the entire idea. Step-by-step calculation. Let's actually do the math together. Live in 4 steps, usually real numbers. D is equal to 10,000 units a year. S is equal to rupees 500 per order. H is equal to rupees 20 per unit per year. Step 1. Identify your inputs. We just did that. Step 2. Multiply 2 multiply D multiply S. So that's 2 multiplied by 10,000 multiplied by 500. Before I say the answer, grab a calculator or do it in your head. What do you get? That's $10 million. That is 1 crore. Step 3. Divided by H. $10 million divided by 20. That gives us 500,000 or 5 lakh. Step 4. Take the square root of 500,000 is approximately 707 units. So here's what that number actually means for this business. Order 707 units every single time. That works out to roughly 14 orders a year, about once every 26 days. And if you run the cost numbers, total inventory cost at this exact order size is minimized at just 14,142 a year. Notice anything interesting on the right panel? The ordering cost and holding cost are both exactly rupees 7071. Same number almost to the rupee. That's not a coincidence, and it's actually the whole secret of EOQ. We are about to see why on the next slide. The cost curve. This is the slide that makes EOQ click visually. So really watch the chart animate in. We are plotting order quantity on the x-axis and annual cost on the y-axis. Three lines appear. The yellow line is ordering cost, and notice it falls as order quantity increases. Makes sense, right? Bigger orders mean fewer orders per year, so less total ordering cost. The purple line is holding cost, and this one rises as order quantity increases, because bigger order means more stock sitting in your warehouse at any given time. The white line is total cost, literally just those two added together, and look at its shape. It's a U curve. Where do you think the lowest point of that U curve lands? Look closely at where the dashed yellow line touches down. Exactly at 707, our EOQ from the last slide. And here's the golden rule worth remembering. At EOQ, ordering cost and holding cost are equal. That intersection point is mathematically where total cost hits rock bottom. Every business, whether they know the formula or not, is really just hunting for that exact crossing point. Real world use cases. Let's ground this in a real companies, because EOQ isn't just a textbook exercise. It runs actually supply chains. Big basket. They calculate EOQ per individual SKU. Perishable like vegetables get short, frequent reorder cycle. Non-perishable like rice or detergent get ordered in bulk. Same formula, turn per product. Tata Motors. For raw materials like steel sheets, think about it. A single day of production stoppage on a car assembly line cost crores, millions of dollars. EOQ keeps the supply flowing continuously without overstocking expensive steel. Hospital chains. For medicines with expiry dates, order too much and unused stock expires. Pure waste. Order too little and you risk patients' care during a shortage. Here's EOQ isn't just about saving money, it's life critical. Quick one for you. Which of these three industries do you think has the hardest EOQ problem to solve, and why? Drop your answer in the comments. And the bigger picture, in India alone, inventory holding cost ASOCHAM's estimates run around 2.3 lakh crore annually. Getting EOQ right can cut that by up to 30%. That's roughly 14% of average company revenue. That's tied up in inventory at any moment. This formula moves real money. Try it, interactive calculator. Now it's your turn. This slide has live slider for demand, ordering cost and holding cost. If you are watching this with page open, pause and play with it yourself. Remember that prediction I asked you to hold on to earlier? What happens to EOQ when holding cost goes up? Let's actually test it. Drag the holding cost slider. Watch the EOQ number shrink. That makes sense. If storing things is expensive, the formula tells you to order smaller batches more often, so less stock sits around costing you money. Now try the opposite. Push ordering cost up instead. Watch EOQ grow larger. If placing an order is expensive, you want to do it less often, so each order needs to be bigger to make it worth the cost. This live back and forth is genuinely how procurement and supply chain analysts think every single day. They are constantly rerunning this exact trade-off as supplier prices and warehouse rents shifts. If you want this slider, please comment below video. Advanced insights and key takeaways. Before we wrap up, a few things for anyone going deeper, whether that's for an exam, an interview, or running your own business. EOQ has real limitations. It assumes demand is constant, but real world demand fluctuates with seasons and trends. You pair EOQ with a safety stock buffer to handle that. It ignores lead time, the gap between placing an order and receiving it. For that, you calculate a reorder point, daily demand multiplied by a lead time. It assumes no bulk discounts, but if your supplier offers a price break for ordering more, you need the price break EOQ model instead. And there are extensions worth knowing. Production order quantity for businesses that manufacture rather than purchases. EOQ with back orders for when planned shortfalls are acceptable and increasingly AI enhanced EOQ, where machine learning models predict demand dynamically and update the order quantity in real time. If you are preparing for a finance or operations interview, that equal cost interaction point from the chart is a guaranteed favorite section. Question. Screenshot it. Here's the one line takeaway. EOQ is the foundation of supply chain finance. Master this first, then layer on safety stock, reorder points, and dynamic pricing for real world precision. If this helps you today, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I am Professor FinTech.